My voice is a little rough today. I want to say congrats to the Lady Bobcats who won outright league champions and district champions and will be hosting regionals at home. And I have 3 nieces on the team, so I don't have much of a voice today, but we're going to do this video anyway. So I thought I would show you the setup for my on-the-go planner. So I actually don't use this as a wallet anymore, and I also don't use it as an everyday carry. I was housing my dailies in here because I feel like a whole standard size page is just too much. But for right now, I'm just not really working on health. I know I should be, but I'm not. I'm just enjoying hibernation right now in winter, and I live in Colorado, so there's just snow everywhere. We've had a really hard winter, and it's just really hard not to want to eat a lot of very hot, very, hearty meals and mashed potatoes, obviously, all the carbs. So I'm just giving in right now. I know. So anyway, this is a Foxy Fix #1, also known as passport size. And this is in the spice leather in the color sage with sage stitching, as well as mint elastics. And I thought that these two, the stitching and the elastics, matched the best. I will put a link down below for the unboxing of this video if you want to see it in its, bare nakedness without anything in it. And I did get a blind embossing of a fox right here, the Foxy Fix logo, and I just think it's lovely. Okay, so on the inside, I was watching Carrie Harling's video, and I'm always inspired by her, and I always want everything that she has because she makes it look so damn good. But she had this, and I thought, oh my gosh, so I went and I hunted it down because it was a freebie. So I will put a link down below, probably not to the Instagram, but to the, what is it called? Linktree or whatever. In case you don't have Instagram, you can still print it out for free. And it's just so cute. I printed it on cardstock so it would be a little bit stiffer. And then I used my X-Acto knife to cut around. You can see there it has Valentine's Day marked. And I just keep it right here because it fits so nicely. And again, I love the sage leather, or the sage color rather, because it just holds against red and this very, orangey red really nicely without looking awkward. So that goes right there. This has the crisscross pockets, and so there's one pocket here, another pocket here, and then I added this pocket on. This is just some sample washi that I have on a laminated journaling card by Tim Holtz that I keep inside the back pocket there. Now you can see that it does make like this little indentation sort of, but once you take it out and you smush it around, it'll go away, so it's not like a big deal. I do have my craft folder in here, and I'm using this as a cover for this insert because if you remember, I didn't like the color. It was like this really deep maroon. It was awkward, and so I just took it off and I used this to help house it and protect the paper. I have in here these, you will remember from, I think it's like my weekly with Memo by Travelers Company. I cut these out. This was just like the year at a glance so that I could put them throughout. And then I have my writing board, which I totally use now. And then this insert is just a blank insert that I use for tracking lists and things. I mean, it's not lovely, and that's okay. I just needed a place to put my chicken scratch. And then I have this high-tech C. That's what I use mostly in here. And in the center here, I have this printout. I think that it's a printable, so I will put it down below or flash the name on the screen because I'm terrible about that. This is for a check registry, so I like to use this. Let's say I have $200 for the month or for the week, whatever your balance is, for stationery. And I put the amount here, and I go ahead and just keep that separate from everything else. And I don't really use this again. This is on the go, but in case I want to use this as a wallet again, I have something already prepared and ready for that because I have one of these in my standard size as well. On the second half of the file folder, I have these just standard, I don't even know, they're little pieces of paper that I think I got from the Target dollar spot. I like to use these because people always ask me to write down like an email address or phone number, and it's just easy to do that. I have these are from Midori. I love these. They fit perfect in like little monthly calendars, and they're just like speech bubbles, and I just write on them with a Sharpie. Over here I have my first dashboard. I ended up getting these when I ordered my Foxy fix. These are also in the #1 or passport size, and I have a little bit of a quote here by Kurt Vonnegut, who's one of my favorite writers. "We are what we pretend to be, so we must be careful about what we pretend to be." I think that's so true. And this design paper in the background is by Hobby Lobby, and it's just like the perfect color for this notebook. I love it. And these are the ones you can buy like in individual sheets. On the inside here, I just have on the back of this paper some washi tape, and then I slipped in a piece of vellum by Tim Holtz. He has like the 12 by 12 vellum that you can purchase, and I just cut it into pieces. And so this is supposed to be my writing notebook. You guys remember that? My writing on the go. But since it's winter time and we're dealing with one car right now, I haven't been really on the go. I work from home, so it's not really something I've needed to use, but it's here when I'm ready for it. In the center, I'm keeping this. Let me see. I made it out of page protectors, and one sheet will cut down and make at least 2, if not more than that. I can't remember. I only wanted 2 in here. You can see if I can take it out. I just use washi tape here in the center and in the back to kind of make a little booklet. So there's only 4 sheets in here, but you can make more if you wanted to. And I got all of the stickers from Tokyo Pen Shop, and these little, what are they called? Whatever. These page markers and these little sticky notes. They are from, I think, Cute Things from Japan, but you can get them from Jet Pens. I think carries all of this. And they're just so adorable. Look at the little panders. Aw, I love them. And then the back of this, I have some more washi tape and then another Tim Holtz vellum I cut down. And then there's another quote on the back, Chinese proverb. So this is so funny. I did this on my typewriter, but I forgot to push shift and I got a comma instead of an apostrophe, but you know, whatever. I wasn't going to redo it because I already had like taped it on there like a crazy person before I realized, so it is what it is. But it says, "Don't listen what they say, go see." And I think that's absolutely true. You can't take people's word for things. You should go and experience and find out for yourself. So I put a little bit of a stamp here from Bumkuhan, of this world that says, "Imagination will take you everywhere," because I thought it went well with that. And then look how cute this little, this little bear. He's like a little polar bear, and he's in a little bee suit, and I thought he was so sweet, so I put him in there. And then this is a zippy pouch. I have issues with zippy pouches. I don't always think they're great because sometimes they can add a lot of bulk, but I have it in here. This is the same word count for different kinds of fictional writing. And I used to keep it in the front of my other one, but it doesn't fit in here. And when you put it in the back here or here, it kind of disappears and I forget it's there. So I put it in here. It's the one thing I do like about the zippy pouches, that they're clear and you can see through. I don't have anything else I really need in here. This is where I used to keep cash, but remember this one, which is so amazing and nice, comes with this big, beautiful back pocket. So you can put money back here. So that's why it's sort of empty, but I guess if I wanted to separate cash, I could put some in here that was for something specific and then like something else back here, especially if I was on a trip. So this third insert is what I decided to put my daily food journal in. I had started it like for a day in here, but I didn't like that it was blank. I needed the grid. I wanted some lines in here. So I went to this grid insert, and you've seen this, you know, before. And in the center here, I have these monthlies. It's like a tracker. And I thought maybe I'd put like, every once in a while, I want to track cleaning and stuff. And most of the times I just do it. I just do the cleaning and I don't have to worry about writing it down anywhere. But then I forget the last time I've done like some cleaning that's not like every day or weekly, like stuff that you do like monthly. So I put this in here again. If I decide to go back to this for a daily thing, I would have a space to do this. Also, I keep a lot of tracking of things in my Jibun Techo, which you've seen before. I have like categories for things in there. But since I'm going to be possibly turning that into a work planner that I'm not going to be sharing, I thought maybe they could go in here. So I printed out a few pages in here. See how that goes. Back of the vellum. Here is the back of that zippy pouch. These are just some things I put in there for like lovely aesthetic reasons because they were empty. I think this is a printable I ended up getting from Pinterest, I want to say. And then in the back here, I just have these washi tape, just like samples of my MT skinny washi because this is a passport size, so small. There's really not a lot of space for a lot of wide washi because it takes up so much of the writing that you can do. So I just like to carry these in here so that I remember I have them. And then it helps me not have to take out all of these washi tapes and keep them on my desk. I just have this either in here or somewhere on the desk, and then I can pull and use from it and then, you know, replace it, oops, whenever I need to. And I'm pretty sure this is not a Midori brand because Midori brand I feel has like 2 pockets and then it has like a long open pocket like a dashboard, which this one doesn't. This one has 4 pockets. So I think it's like a generic brand off of Amazon or something that I got like years ago. So I'm not sure where it's from, but if you like the one that has 4 pockets, I'm sure that you can find them on Etsy. And then this is my last insert. It is a monthly. This is by Traveler's Company. Traveler's Notebook Monthly. We have another quote, Chinese proverb, "We count our miseries carefully and accept our blessings without much thought." I think that's sad but true. And then I have some more of those little stickers from Tokyo Pen Shop in here. And you can really tell how lovely this paper matches with the sage. It's just like almost perfect. So this is another one of those Foxy Fix dashboards. On the back of this paper, I just went ahead and washi taped the back so that it wouldn't be plain and boring. And I really like this. This is a very wide washi. I don't have it near me or I'd show you, but I think I also got this from Tokyo Pen Shop. If I didn't, I know that they do carry this one. And then I wrote this in here so I wouldn't forget. Okay, we had this whole discussion, right, about how much I hate this red-orange color. And the cover, which I've covered most of, but it's that same god-awful color. And I was talking about how I just like to cover it or whatever, and people were like, oh, why don't you just take it off and turn it inside out? Which I thought, oh my gosh, that's so smart, because on the inside it's just like this craft color. But then I went and I was like, why didn't I do that? And I remembered why. It's because this is sewn. Pull it up, see if you can tell. And there's like 15 little holes in here they put in order to sew it properly, and it's just unfortunate because if I took out all of that string, I think they use like some kind of string or whatever, it would make these pages, in my opinion, perforated. They would become detachable, and I don't want that because there's a whole year in here, so it needs to last for a really long time. So I couldn't turn it inside out. I forgot about that. Back in the day, I don't know about the smaller passport sized, but I know the regular size used to be stapled because I used to pull them apart. At least the non-dated ones were, and I would just have like 1 month, kind of like I do with these you know, these inserts where you can just like pull out 1 month and put it in there. I used to do that with the larger version. And now that they sew them, and they do that because sewing them makes them a little more luxurious. Also, they lay flat, a lot flatter than staples. But I've never had an issue with Traveler's Company and their inserts not laying flat when they're stapled. But, you know, whatever. So it's not possible. I'm glad I just covered it and tried to get rid of it. And I don't hate it as much because, like I mentioned, this sage color, it holds against odd colors like this very well. And I don't think it's, like, awful. I mean, it's just really nice. It just blends well. So in the monthly, you know, I did a little bit of decorating. I put like a little pocket. These were from the customized sticker kit from Traveler's Company. Also, that's where the tabs are from. I did a whole video on those. Love them. I have not done any decorating here. So here's March. We're in February. I didn't even do February. Again, this is supposed to be my on-the-go planner, so I felt like whenever I decide to take this on a trip or a weekend and I need it, I will write in here. If I don't, I won't. And there's other things that I can put in here. I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. Highlighting what months have already passed and what month we're in. But it's so small and tiny. There's like literally, here's a quarter, right? A quarter covers the whole square. So there's not a lot of writing I would really do. I have big handwriting in here. So I personally would probably put some little like dots, like the color dots, or, you know, make some dots with a highlighter and then put like a little maybe tip in, if I don't write them down here, of what the little colors mean and stuff. So color coding would work really nicely in here. And I did go ahead and washi tape on the side so there's not extra space to write on, which now I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I did it, so there's that. I just like having this little calendar in here to refer to. I do have something like this, and this is great for the month, but when you want to look forward, you know, to other months, it's like, okay, I don't have that. And then I had these also that I was putting throughout. I just, you know, I prefer to have something like this I can flip through. I know that I could print out something like this and have it in here and not have to, you know, purchase this. I honestly just wanted it in the smaller size because I move around so much. I just like to have duplicates in different sizes. And I do have the regular or standard version of this in my other TN. And then I took this guy that comes when you purchase any of the either 2019 yearly or the weekly that's dated. It comes with stickers, and it also comes with this guy that tells you like what each one of these is numbered and called. And I put it back in here to refer to, because sometimes I forget all the time that it's, oh, okay, the craft folder is 010. This guy, I just took the whole thing off, peeled it completely off, and stuck it on there because I kind of liked this color against the orange red, and it covered most of it. And I think that's pretty funny. I think most people like to peel these off and stick them wherever, but I took the whole sheet and just put it on there. Go team. And then the back of this, again with that washi that's from Tokyo Pen Shop. And then another quote back here, one of my favorites by Emily Dickinson. A word is dead when it is said, some say. I say it just began to live that day. So for me as a writer, that has, you know, a double meaning. This is by Coco Daisy, and I had a lamination day where I just laminated the shit out of everything. I just had a lot of laminating to do, and it's like one of my action lists because I have to take my laminator down and out of a space and then, you know, set up everything and then put it all back. So I like to do all of my laminating all at once. And this was by Coco Daisy, and I just think it's beautiful. It goes really nicely in here with the colors, and I like to write on it with like a wet or dry eraser marker. In the back here, these are from Traveler's Company. I don't know why I had that pause. I just couldn't think of it for a moment. But they're this very awkward yellow. So let me show you that the monthly in here is a very cream color. And I don't mind that. Some people don't care for the cream color, but this is like very yellow, and I think it looks odd in here. So I've never used these stickers before, but then I saw a woman who has, well, she's Japanese, so her whole video was in Japanese and I couldn't understand it, but she had a very lovely aesthetic, so I just mute it and watch them. I do that also with a lot of German and Swedish videos. I don't mind that, you know, I can't understand what they're saying. I just mute them and watch what they're doing. And she put them like on a page like this, and she used this one for like filming, and she just kind of, well, I assume because it was in Japanese, but she was talking about it, so I was like, oh, okay, she's writing out what she's going to say in her video. And I thought that's really cool, so I thought you could use these kind of like as icons because they're so awkward. The color is weird, but I don't mind them so much just as icons on a page. You could take this off and write down some places that you want to go and eat or places that you did eat. This one's for gifts. So I thought that was really cool. Plus I have a couple sheets of these because I bought 2 packs of the customized stickers for 2019 this year because I really loved the tabs and I went tab crazy. So that's how I'm trying to use them. And then on the center of this string, I have another one of these printables, which I will link down below because I'm terrible with names. I forgot to look them up before I filmed this. And this is just one for like stores. So sometimes I like to put Amazon here because I have an Amazon addiction and I like to watch what I'm buying from there because it tends to be a lot and I don't realize unless I write it all in the same place. Sometimes I will write all of my purchases for everything, including groceries, all in one list. And then I see, you know, Amazon kind of a little bit more sporadically and I'm like, oh, I'm not spending that much money. But when I put Amazon on its own list, I really see, because we don't just buy, you know, like stationery. My boyfriend and I buy a lot of different stuff. And so yeah, I also saw on John Rush's video where he was talking about how he canceled his Amazon Prime because it made it less easy to buy stuff. And I thought, oh my God, John, I think I need to do that also. However, it's like we also watch Prime videos and stuff. So I don't know that my boyfriend would go for it, but it's rough. And then in the rest of the pockets, again, this is the crisscross design. So you have 1, 2, and then you can add on this third pocket. I just have this. This is a sticker already made. I have like these sticker makers that I love. I have them in 3 different sizes because I'm a little out of control. And you can just take scraps of paper. This is from a dictionary, and I already made it a sticker so that I can rip up and put, you know, throughout whenever I want to decorate. This is another Tim Holtz, I believe, journaling cards that I laminated on lamination day. And I added a bunch of kind of like neutral washi tape that I like to layer on things sometimes. And that is everything that's in here. So I'm not using this as a wallet right now. I can tell you that when you do have money in here, because I had a piece of paper, like for instance, one of these, and it was folded. And let me show you. So when you have paper in here, you don't see it, it's fine. But sometimes when it's folded, after it's had some time to like rest in there, you can see the fold. That's how like, you know, sensitive this leather is. So you have to like be aware of that. Now, when that happened in here, and also like where I had, whatever I had in here, oh, I had this guy. You can kind of see the line here. Once you take it out after like a day, it goes back. It just like molds really well. And so you just have to be aware of that because it'll show. It's like one of those dresses that you wear and you can see all of your chub. It shows everything. It's sort of kind of like that. So just be aware of it, but it's so lovely. I'm just, ugh, and it doesn't smell terrible anymore. And it's only been like a couple of days that I've had it airing out. So no worries there. I'm really in love with the color. I think it's neutral for all year round. And I love that I can stuff this guy and it doesn't have the same weight as it does when it's a standard size. When I try to stuff that, it's just, I can't even carry it. It's a brick, but this one is always lightweight no matter how much is in there. And I love that. And it can fit in even the smallest of purses. So loving, loving that. All right. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.